12:30 on Wednesday, and that can only mean one thing. It is yoga time with me. So today I've opted for the official yoga t-shirt, which I never wear when I'm at work normally. You know it's official because it's got this picture on the front and it says I'm a yogi on the back. So obviously when I put this t-shirt on, we know it is official that we're doing yoga. So I hope we're all feeling alright. Claire Benson, I hope you're comfortable in your garden. Lovely. Outdoor yoga, definitely the thing to do. Yeah, if I had a slightly comfier garden, I think I might be out there, but I'm not sure it's actually that comfortable. But in the sunshine sounds like a lovely idea. So if anyone else just wants to take themselves outside into the garden to do this yoga, then do feel free. So you want to have your mat, you want to have your band and your block as you need them. We're going to go for a kind of all over full body stretches all out with me. Do also be advised, we have a little sneaky extra benefit class for you tomorrow night, but I shall post that up later on. But yeah, keeping you in suspense there. Right, I'm going to pop my timer on so I don't go over, because Jay's going to nip outside and do some more work in the garden. He says he's going to come back in, but he could get carried away. You never know. You never know. So I'll pop that onto the note there. So we're going to lie ourselves down to start with. First and foremost, nice and relaxed. Bring yourself into a lying position. So use your block if you need to underneath your head. Do make sure your neck is nice and long. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed down onto the floor. Feet can stay flat on the floor. You can take the legs out nice and long. That is entirely up to you. Do what works for you. Make sure you are comfortable. You want a little gap in the armpits, the arms a little away from the body. Your palms up towards the ceiling. Relax the shoulders down. Feel free to adjust the shoulders as you need to. And adjust the back as you need to really just let them relax right down. Let's just have some nice big breaths. You can just close your eyes for this bit and just breathe through it. Want to be nice and relaxed. Relax the forehead, relax the jaw. Just nice, steady breaths, just feeling the rise and fall of that chest, just letting everything relax out. So shoulders are right down, arms are nice and heavy. And just really just clearing the mind. We're going to bring the legs in, if they are out nice and long, in one by one. So feet flat on the floor, bring the knees and feet together. Lengthen the back out so it's nice and long on the mat. So if you need to lift the tailbone, really lengthen that out. We're going to start by bringing the right leg in towards the chest, hands behind the thigh to start. Give that leg a big squeeze in. So think about the stretch, starting from just underneath the ribs at the back. It comes down through the lower back muscles, through the muscles of the glutes, into that hamstring. If you feel like that's okay, just keep the hands there. If you want to take the hands up on top of the calf and take them there, just make sure there's no pressure through the knee. Squeeze that leg in. So really releasing that lower back. Making sure we keep the upper body nice and relaxed, so keep the shoulders down, keep the neck nice and long, keep the face nice and relaxed. We're going to keep that leg hooked in, but we're just going to adjust the positioning of the hip, just to ease out all of that hip joint. So very gently, we're just going to ease the knee out towards the edge of the shoulder and just pull that thigh down the outside edge of the ribs. So you'll feel a little bit of a stretch into the inner thigh muscle And it just shifts the stretch in that hip and in the glutes. It's a nice deep breath. We're still pulling the thigh down towards the stomach and the lowest rib, but we're going just on the outside. So just squeezing the thigh down the outside edge of the ribs, really working into that hip, into that inner thigh, stretching it out. A couple of nice deep breaths. Bring the leg back, so the knee points straight up and over. We're going to move the knee slightly into the centre of the chest, kind of in line with just underneath your chin, and just squeeze it in there. And you'll feel you get a little bit of a stretch into the outside edge of the hip. So when you just look down, that knee should be in line with your chin and your nose. Just get a little squeezing. And again, your hands can be behind your thigh. Can be on top of your shin, do what works for you. You're just working through, you just feel the stretch, move around through the muscles of the glutes. Just make sure you release all of that hip and bring it back. Give it a big squeeze in. And release that leg all the way down. Onto the other side. So bring in, hands behind thigh to start. Squeeze that leg in, lengthening through the spine. So again, thinking about starting the stretch underneath the ribs in the back, pull it through the lower back muscles, through the muscles of the glutes into the top of the hamstring. Hands behind the thigh or on top of the shin, whatever works for you. Squeezing thigh down towards the lowest rib in the stomach. Relax into it, let that back stretch out. So really let it lengthen out. Nice deep breath, squeezing all the time. So again, alter the position of that hip. Going to bring the knee out slightly, squeeze that thigh down the outside edge of the ribs. So you get that stretch into the inner thigh. Moving it about to the muscles of the glutes. So you should feel that the muscles in the bum, kind of you hit a different muscle with every position of the hip. Squeeze it down, that knee's aiming up towards the outside edge of the shoulder and the thighs down the outside of the ribs. We're just breathing nice and steady, we're just stretching out into that hip. Bring it back so it's pointing up over the shoulder. Then we're going to move again. Move that knee across. It's in the centre of the chest. It's just underneath the nose and the chin, and squeeze it in. You feel you're getting right into the side of those glute muscles now, into the side of the hip. We're just moving that stretch around. And still squeezing down, still making sure there's no pressure through that knee. Nice and tight. Like I say, we're just going to try and stretch it all out, loosen it all off today. And bring it back in, give it a big squeeze. And release that leg down. So feet flat on the floor, back nice and long. Going to slide the arms out to the shoulder height either side of the body, shoulders down, knees and feet together. Take both legs over to one side, doesn't matter which side it is, we're going to do both. Make sure your shoulders stay down. So I know we do these twists, both myself and Jane, every single class, but the lying twists are so useful for stretching out the back, easing out those lower back muscles, working through that central section of the body. Something we really need to do so often. So big breaths in. As you breathe out, relax down into the legs, relax down into the shoulders. It's almost like you stretch through the abdominal muscles as well. So really allow the legs to become heavy. Really think about the knees going one way and the rest of the body going the other way. So we get that nice big stretch through that central section. Use that breath to relax right down into those legs. And nice and slowly bring it back into the centre. Again, make sure your back is nice and long on the mat, knees and feet together. Take both legs over to the opposite side. So again, have a little think about taking the legs over, making them heavy, keeping the shoulders down on the floor, expanding out through the muscles of the abdomen, stretching out the abdominal muscles, knees going one way, rest of the body coming the other way, so we get that big stretch. Loosening off that lower back, loosening off over the hip, loosening off down through the ab muscles. These, I have to say, are some of my favourite stretches. And you really can. I mean, we were giggling about Jane Jones, who is laughing because she likes to be able to do the 7 o'clock yoga in bed, because it's an effort getting up, which I like. I like that. It's probably an effort for quite a few people. So these stretches you can do in bed every single morning, every single night, before you go to bed, when you get up. Just loosen it all off. Do them before you go to bed. You'll find you'll be more relaxed in the morning. Do them in the morning. You've stretched everything out ready for the day. So a real bonus for these stretches in particular. And nice and slowly bring it back to centre. So keep the arms relaxed. So lengthen out the back and take it into cross-legged pose. We're going to cross the legs over just above the ankles. So one shin is at the front, and release the knees down to the side. So as if you were sat cross-legged, but you're lying. And we're going to really release out into those hips. So you should feel this in the groin area, releasing into that hip joint, down into the inner thighs. Nice deep breath and allow the legs to really relax. So we're releasing through the hips, releasing through the leg. But also I find with this one, you can kind of imagine relaxing the abdominal muscles down. So as if you were weighted down, relaxing down towards the floor. You can create that little bit of weight into the abdominal muscles. Let them relax down. Relax down into the back. Feel where it's in contact with the mat. Really allow it to all relax out. Nice and slowly bring the knees back in together. Cross the legs the opposite way, so the other shin is at the front, release them back down. So again, releasing out through the hips, weighted down through the thighs. Allow the abdominal muscles to relax down. If you want a little bit more stretch into the arms, bend the elbows, drawing the fingertips towards each other above the head. Do make sure, whichever position you are in with the arms, all of the arms in contact with the floor. Don't want the elbows up. We want the elbows and shoulders to be able to relax right down. So if that means keeping the arms nice and wide, that's all it means. We keep the neck nice and long. Shoulders relaxed. And again on this one, you get that little stretch through the abdominal muscles. Allow them to lengthen out. Nice and slowly bring those knees back in together. Feet flat on the floor. Release the arms down. I'm going to grab hold of your band. We're going to do a hamstring stretch. I know you did them this morning with Jay. We're going to alter the positioning of the foot. So make sure your back is nice and long. So we're going to start right leg, bring it in, pop your strap underneath, take that leg up for the ceiling. So one end of the band into each end of the strap. Want to push up through your heel, pull down on your toes, especially the little toe. Squeeze the thigh muscle, pull the kneecap down towards your hip. Really fill out the back of the knee. So we're not locking the leg, it's so nice and strong. And as we push the heel up, we pull down slightly on the hips into the floor. So really pressing the tailbone down into the floor to get the most stretch we can. So nice deep breaths as you feel the back of that leg stretch out. So we're going to alter the position of the foot to create a little bit more stretch. So we're going to turn the toes in towards the midline and the heel out. So as if you were pigeon toes. Squeeze down on that thigh. You should just feel the stretch just moves around the back of the leg. We get to stretch all of the hamstring. We're still pushing up through the heel. We're still pulling down on the toes. We've just altered the positioning of that leg. I've got an itchy knee. Just itch my knee while I'm there. Squeezing that kneecap. Pulling it down towards the hip. And then we're going to bring it back. Take it the other way. So heel comes towards the centre. Turn the toes out. So ballet feet almost, like a Charlie Chaplin penguin foot. Pulling down on the toes again, you should feel the stretch just moves around the hamstrings. Get into all of it. Bring it back, the toes point straight overhead. Now give me a little bend into your knee and push up into your heel so we stretch into that calf area. So a little bend in the knee takes the hamstring out a little bit, probably still feel it, but push up and really pull down on those toes, really stretching into that calf. And if we can, if it feels comfortable, straighten that whole leg as much as we can, getting as much stretch as possible down the back of the calf, down the back of the hamstring, heel up for the ceiling, toes down, hips press down firmly into the floor. And bend into the knee, release that leg all the way down. Oh, that feels better, doesn't it? Other side, left leg comes in, strap goes underneath the foot, take it up one end of the strap into each hand, heel pressing up the ceiling, tailbone settling down for the floor, toes pulling down, especially that little toe kneecap being squeezed down towards the hip using that thigh. Back nice and firmly on the floor. Press up through heel, settle down through tailbone. Nice deep breaths as we lengthen out the back of that leg. So again, we're going to alter the position on the hips. We're going to turn heel out and toes in. So as if we were pigeon-toed. Pushing that heel out, turning the toe towards the midline, and again you should feel it just moves around in the back of the leg. You just alter the placement on those hamstring muscles to move the stretch about. Make sure we hit them all. So keep pushing up with the heel, keep pulling down on the toes. Bring it back to centre, take it the other way, so toes turn out. Heel turns in, so Charlie Chaplin or ballet feet, pushing up through the heel. This is the one that gets me. This is the one that I really feel. It hits kind of into the outside edge of those hamstrings. In that kind of nice, slightly painful way. Squeeze that kneecap down as well as we push that heel up. Bring it back, toes pointing straight over, a little bend into the knee, and then really push the heel up, get the stretch into that calf muscle. Again, you will still feel it in the hamstring, but really work on the calf. Pushing that heel up as much as we can. If it feels okay to do so, take that full leg out nice and straight. Hamstring and calf, stretch as much as you can, squeezing through that heel. And release it down. pop your band to one side for a moment. We're just going to do a full cobbler's pose while we're here. So soles of your feet together. Ease your hips out to either side. Do remember, if it feels too tight, take the feet a little bit further away from the body. Relax down into the thighs. Relax down into the hips. Arms again can go out nice and wide. I can mirror the legs. Bring your fingers towards each other above your head. Really just let the hips and shoulders open up. Really let them open up. Nice, relaxed breaths. Nice and slowly bring the knees back in together. Bring the arms in, so roll onto your side. Bring yourself into a seated position. Oh, feeling better already. So we're going to take it just into a cross-legged position. If cross legs aren't good for you, then do feel free just to stretch your legs out in front. We're going to do a little bit of twisting work through the middle before we do some bigger side stretches. So legs either here or straight out in front, whatever works for you, or however your legs are comfortable, to be truthful. Sitting nice and tall, a little bit of engagement through the abdominal muscles, a nice straight back, shoulders back and down, big breath in. Lift tall. As we breathe out, spin it round to one side. So we want to stay nice and straight, so we're lifting up out of the hips. We're keeping firmly down the sitting bones. And we're just twisting through the central section of the body. Use this hand just to ease you round. Take a big breath in again. Nice and tall. Breathe out, ease around a touch further. And one more time, big breath in, nice and tall. Breathe out, go around a touch further if we can. So just loosen off. Don't be tempted to lean backwards on that back arm. You're just literally using it for balance. We're not leaning on it. And do remember, if you do need to sit up onto a block or box, just do that. Bring it back to centre. Oh, that feels better. Other side, big breath in, nice and tall. Breathe out, take it round the other way. So again, we're staying tall. Feet are out in front if we need them to be. Cross-legged if it feels comfortable. Cobbler's pose if you want to. Breathe in nice and tall. Breathe out, take it round a touch further. Again, don't lean on the back arm. Make sure we stay nice and straight through the middle. Use this arm to lever yourself around a touch. Big breath in. Breathe out a little bit further. And bring it back to the middle. Whew, that feels better. Okay, we're going to take one leg out and one leg across. Again, it does not matter what side. Grab your band if you need it. This leg can stay nice and close to the body. If it's not comfortable for you on your knee, take it further away. It doesn't matter. Make sure we're sat on our sitting bones. Move any other bits out of the way. That'll probably all depend on how much takeaway you've had, to be truthful. And make sure this knee's comfortable. If you needed to tuck any cushions or anything underneath it, do so. This leg wants to be nice and straight. Kneecap on top, so if you need to get hold of your thigh, you'll feel the hip joint settle itself in. Toes on the plank up towards the ceiling. Just last through that foot for me. Take a big breath in, sit tall, and as you breathe out, you're going to stretch down towards that foot. And you might make it with your hand and you might not. Doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. Use the band, that's why we've got them. The kneecap's on top of the leg and we're squeezing the thigh muscle to pull the kneecap towards the hip. So we're nice and long still through that leg. Just getting a little stretch. Still into that hamstring, which I can feel from last night. A little stretch into the inner thigh as well. Take a big breath in, breathe out, stretch down towards it a little bit further. Can we get a little bit more? Get a little bit more stretch into the side of the body. Stretch a little bit further down that leg. Want to make sure we keep this hip down. So if you need to, just give this leg a little push down with it. And one more time, big breath in, breathe out. Can we go a little bit further? Can we really get a nice stretch into that leg, into that side body as well? Then take a big breath in. If you breathe out, swing your other arm round. You may be holding onto your strap, you may be down at your foot. Doesn't matter, whatever works for you. So as you feel we're stretching down the back of that leg into that inner thigh, now I've got you stretch in the centre of the body as well as we get that twisting. So making sure we stretch into pretty much everything, which I like a good full body stretch. Nice and solid, bring it up. Swap sides. So take it out, bring this leg in. Again, how far in it comes. This knee does not behave like the other knee. So sometimes this leg needs to have a bit of a flick out. So if yours is like that, adjust it, do what you need to do. Leg on top, get hold of your thigh if you need to. Pop it round so that kneecap sits on top, toes point up towards the ceiling. Pop the band around your foot. Sit tall, breathe it out, stretch down towards the foot, use the band or the hand, whatever works for you. Remember, sitting bones stay down, you can give it a little press onto this leg if you feel you need to. Stretching out this thigh, stretching down the back of the leg, and then you get this little stretch into the side of the body as well as we start to lean a little bit further. Big breath in, breathe out, ease down a touch further. So just go to where it works for you, remember, use a band as you need to. Doesn't matter, band, hand, doesn't matter. You get there in the end. And that's true. We do get there in the end. Big breath in, take it down a little bit further if we can. I was reading a little study on yoga this morning. It was saying that after 8 weeks, that's where you see a complete difference in flexibility with yoga. Something like a 32% increase. I will get the exact figures for you. But that's really quite interesting, that. Really interesting. I mean, obviously you have to practice it. When we say practice daily anyway. Daily stretching, really, really good for you. I've popped the benefits up earlier on today. Loads of benefits. Big breath in. Breathe out. Swing that other arm round as well. So again, you might get to your foot, you might get to your band, doesn't matter. Get to where it works for you. Stretching the side of the body as well as that leg. It's just nice to stretch it out. And bring it back up into the middle. Ooh, feels good. Release your foot out. You're going to bring it into cobbler's pose. So soles of your feet together. So it might be right in. It might be a little bit further out. Really is dependent on how it works for you. Make sure we can sit up nice and straight. So if you want to, you can have a little rock side to side. Sometimes you just find it loosens it off a little bit. If you rock from one sit bone to the other. I quite like this one, feels quite nice. Like a little rock side to side. Then settle it down to the middle. So you want to press down into those inner thigh muscles. Keep a nice straight back and give me a little hinge forward from the hips. So don't collapse through the spine, but hinge at the hip joint. Big breath in. Breathe out, hinge forward a little bit further. So as you feel it really start to just press in to those hip joints, stretch those hips out. And again, take the feet a little bit further away from the body if it does feel really uncomfortable for you. Doesn't matter where the feet are, hands can be inside the legs if you need to. One more big breath in, breathe out, hinge forward. Really feel that, and that's last night's workout. I saw a lovely little thing, and I might put it up. There was a lovely little quote, and I thought it's probably quite apt sometimes when we've done some of my classes, and it says, when you get up in the morning, it's like, oh no, my legs appear to be hungover. And sometimes I think that's the feeling that they have. Hungover legs. Good job we stretch every day. and release it up. Bring them in. We're going to bring it into a kneeling position in the middle of our mat. So kneeling it up. It's just they're quite long, these trousers. They're quite kind of baggy here. Just thought I'd share that with you. Never mind. So we're going to kneel it in the middle. We're going to take one leg out to the side. Doesn't matter which one, we're going to do both sides, remember. So you want a nice line, ankle, knee, hip, shoulder. Yeah? So don't take your leg forward or back, just take it to the side. Just pop this hand on it. I'm going to bring this arm up for the ceiling. You want to aim in your arm against your ear. We're just going to stretch over to that side. So the stretch is here. And again, we're not going forward, we're not going back, we're going straight up and over. So stretching that side body out beautifully. And it won't be a massive move, it doesn't matter. Take a big breath in, breathe out, see if you can go a touch further. Just really about loosening off those sides of the body. One more time, big breath in, breathe it out, go a touch further. And bring it back. It just feels good there. I'm going to stretch this side as well now. So bring this arm up. Hand can go on your hip. And we're just going to stretch over. If you want to take it down, or if you do reach the floor, you can go to the floor. Depends how far you go. Don't collapse backwards. Take a big breath in. Breathe out. Will it stretch a little bit further? Again, don't be tempted to go forward or back. You want a nice straight line from that shoulder down towards the foot. One more time, a little bit further. Oh, it's good. It's good. And push it back up into the middle. So I'm going to keep this leg here. Pop your fingers into your body. You're going to hinge backwards. Hands come down towards the floor. I'm going to push your bum back just as far as works for you. Now you may find you can settle right the way down. You may find you don't. Just go to where works for you. If you do get all the way down to the floor, you can rest your head down. If not, just stay that little bit higher. You feel that stretch on the inside of the leg. Get a little stretch into the bum as well. And just go to where works for you. Just push the bum back. I keep thinking to myself, if I do this stretch enough, at some point I'll be able to do box splits. But I'm fairly confident that's not going to happen. Although who knows? One day I might just be here on my mat in the floor just going, look what happened. Practiced it every day, look what I can do now. I would love for that to happen. Nice and slowly push it back up. Ooh, feels better. Bring that leg in. Take this leg out. So again, make sure you've got that nice line. Ankle, knee, hip, shoulder. Hands just going to rest on there. This arm's going to come up. And then just take it over. So get that stretch into this side of the body. Again, don't lean forward, don't lean back, go straight. So this hand is in a straight line with this leg as well. So getting that stretch into the side of the body. Breathe in, ease it over a touch further. Do you like side stretching? Do like it? Just feel like it's all better when I've stretched it all out at the sides. One more time, ease it over. Really stretch it out. Oh, it's just good. So nice. And bring it back. Pop this hand onto your hip. Bring this arm up. Going to lean it over. Use your hip. If you need to, hand onto thigh. Hand can come to floor if you feel you go that far over. Do what works for you. So again, don't go forward, don't go back. Stretch it out. Lengthen that side of the body. Stretch it out. Oh, it feels nice. And bring it back up. Woo, doesn't that feel better? So again, push the hips back, so hinge at the hips, hands come to the floor. Push that bum back as far as works for you. You might not go all the way back, just go where it works. You bring it all the way down, and rest the hands again. Only go as far as works for you. Again, make sure it feels comfortable. Just keep pushing the bum back. Hands just flat on the floor if we need to. It's all good. And nice and slowly lift it back up. I'm going to bring the knees back into the middle. I'm going to do a little bit of cat and cow to stretch out the back. So bring it into the all fours position. So hands, wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips, hip distance apart between the knees and between the feet. So we start with an arch up towards the ceiling. So tuck the tailbone slightly under, lift up through that spine. Imagine someone's pulling those muscles up towards the ceiling. Belly button's pulling through the body. Separate the shoulder blades. Relax the head. Allow it to hang down. Relax the back of the neck. Nice and slowly bring it back into neutral. Take a big breath in as we release down. Lengthen the abdominal muscles. Bring the chest forward. Lift the tailbone. Do not stretch onto the neck. Keep the neck nice and relaxed. But really get that stretch into that central section of the back. Really lengthen out the abdominal muscles. Don't let them just collapse to the floor. You want to really stretch into them. Especially beneficial if you did my class last night, where the abs got a little bit of the hammering. And bring it back into neutral. Hold it there for a moment. Slightly strange position. You're going to squeeze your shoulder and hip together on one side of your body. So really think here and think squeeze, 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 squeeze. Feel the other side lengthens out. You're back to neutral. Other side, so squeeze your hip and your shoulder together. Lengthen out the other side of the body. Bring it back into the centre. Back up to the ceiling. Stretch it up. So pull that belly button up towards the spine. Lift the spine towards the ceiling. Open up the shoulder blades. Separate those shoulder blades out. Bring it into neutral. Extend abdominal muscles. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. Chest comes forward. Tailbone tips up. All good. All good. Bring it back into neutral. Now keep the knees and the hips there. You're going to bring it down onto your elbows. I'm going to give you a couple of options here. You want to squeeze the abdominal muscles in a little bit. Bring your hands together. Just clasp your fingers together. Now you can either just pop the head down and give it a little push through, or we're going to feed the arms up and see if we can bring them just to the nape of the neck. So we just get a little stretch through the shoulders. A little stretch into those triceps. Nice straight backs. Don't collapse through the spine. Squeeze the abs in a little bit. Just loosen those shoulders up. Bring them out if we can. Bring your big toes together. Widen out your knees. Push your hips back. So as low as they will go. Now stretch your hands forward, but walk them out to the edge of your mat with your little finger. Really press down and stretch it out. Relax down as much as you can. Now I want you to really think about your right arm. I want you to use the pads of your fingers and walk that right arm as far out as it'll go and push back into your right hip. And really lengthen. Start at the hip, come up through the ribs, up through the armpit, up into the arm. Stretch it out and relax. Other side, so left hand, work into those fingertips, walk them away, push into the hip. Start the stretch of the hip, come up through the waist, up through the ribs, up through the armpit. Stretch, 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 stretch. And relax. Now push back using the hands, push down into your mat and push your hips down towards your heels as much as you can. Relax that and then stretch those arms out, push the hips down, lengthen that whole upper body. So really, really stretching all the way from the fingertips, down the arms, through the armpits, through the ribs, through the waist area, into the hips and pushing down onto those heels. Upper body as long as you can go. And relax. Last little bit here. Bring the fingers into the middle so your thumbs are together. Same stretch if we can. Try and drop the head through the arms. You can bring palm on top of palm if you want to. If your arms stretch that much, squeeze the shoulder blades together ever so slightly. Lengthen out the back, walk the hands away, press the hips down. Beautiful stretch into that back. Nice and slowly release it out and bring it into a lying position. So nice and long. Just have a little relax. Just got a couple of little stretches here. Heel to bum on one side. Bring it back. Hold the foot, a trouser leg. Pop your band around it. Just squeeze that heel in towards the bum so we get that quad stretch in. Nice and long. Just a little stretch on the quads just because I know we have worked them a lot this week. And they're always tight, to be truthful. Release that leg down. Other side, bring it in, grab a hold, squeeze it in. Use your sock, your trouser leg, your band if you need to. And release it down. Last little stretch before we have just a couple of minutes. Relax. So lengthen out your legs. Bring your palms in underneath your shoulders and tuck your elbows in against your sides. Now pull your shoulders away from your ears. So lengthen out that neck. Lengthen out the legs. Keep them nice and strong. Big breath in. And just lift the upper body. Keep the neck nicely in line with the spine. Keep the shoulders pulled down. Just give you a little stretch into that back. If that feels enough for you, stay there. If you feel like you want a big stretch from the back and you know you can swap the hands back so your thumb is about level with your lowest rib. Push up. Bring that chest forward. Keep the shoulders down. Press the hips to the floor. Stretch that back out. Stay low if you need to and come out of it at any point. Nice and slow, lower it down. And just lie in whatever position you want to for the last couple of minutes. You can stay on your front, you can go on your side, you can go on your back. It's up to you. Let's take a couple of nice deep breaths. So just close your eyes, just take yourself somewhere nice. allow your breathing to just nice and gradually come back to a really normal level. Relax your forehead, relax your jaw. Some nice deep breaths. And then just in your own time, whatever your position you're in, just going to roll it onto your right hand side. Just bring your breathing back to normal. Take your time. Take time before you sit it up. Work it all in your own time. Ooh. Bring it into a seated position when you're ready. Well, I don't know about you, but I feel better, which is good. Not that I didn't feel good before, but I always feel better when I've had a stretch. So I hope that was alright. If you are just chilling it out now in the garden or wherever and you want to just stay chilling, be my guest. Do feel free. So just nice and relaxed. I will be back at 3 o'clock for the shake up, and then tonight we are dancing it out. So I've got a nice new playlist for you, so that'll be good. So do take care. I will see you when I see you next.